In this problem, it's given that we have a circle with a radius of 6 units and it touches both the x and the y axis in the first quadrant. We need to determine the equation of the image of the circle across the line of reflection y equals to 0. So first, let's try to understand the problem. So here we have a Cartesian plane with the x and the y axis. This is our quadrant number 1. In this quadrant, we have a circle. So let's call the center of the circle as C, and this circle, which has a radius of 6 units, is touching both the x-axis as well as at the y-axis. Let's say it's touching the x-axis at the point A and it's touching the y-axis at the point B. Now the question is, we need to find out the equation of the image of the circle along the line of reflection y equals to 0. First, we'll have to find out the line which is represented by the equation y equals to 0. It is actually the x-axis. The x-axis is the line y equals to 0. So this equation, this line is going to be a line of reflection. So you can imagine if this is the mirror, then its reflection, the reflection of the circle, is going to be on the negative side of the y-axis. That means below the upper circle. So we have a new circle, and this circle, let's call its center as C prime. Now this circle is also going to touch the x-axis at the same point A, but it's going to touch the y-axis at a new point, so we're going to call it B prime. Now to find out the equation of this new circle, we need to find out its coordinate as well as the radius. The radius is fine, that's will be 6 units, that's already provided to us. So let's start with the original circle with a center C. So here, what will be the coordinate of this original circle? So to find out the coordinate, we need its x coordinate as well as its y coordinate. So first, let's specify the radius of the circle. So we have CA, which is the radius of the circle, is 6 units, and BC, that's also 6 units. Now BC represents the x coordinate of C. So that means the x coordinate of C is going to be 6 units, and we need the y coordinate, which is represented by the height AC. So that's 6, 6. We have the coordinate of the center of the original circle. Now we need the coordinate of the reflected circle, or the coordinate of the center of the image of the original circle. So here it's still going to have the radius of 6 units, and C prime A, that's also 6 units. Now the coordinate will be, we need the x coordinate, so that's 6. The y coordinate, it's no longer positive 6, but it is going to be negative 6 because we are now on the negative side of the y-axis. So we get 6, negative 6. That's going to be the coordinate of the new circle. Now we have the coordinate as well as the radius. We can easily find out the equation of the circle. To do that, let's first specify the standard form of a circle. So if we have a circle with center having the coordinate h, k and the radius r, then the standard form of the circle is going to be given by x minus h whole squared plus y minus k whole squared equals to r squared. Now in our case, we have our center. So our center, which is represented by h, k, we obtain that this value is equals to 6, negative 6. Now this immediately gives us the value of h. The x coordinate is h, which is 6, and the y coordinate, that means the value k, is going to be negative 6. And the radius is also provided to us. So our radius is 6 units. Now we can use the equation, the standard form of the circle, x minus h whole squared plus y minus k whole squared equals to r squared. All we have to do is replace the value of h, k and r with the respective values, and we are going to get x minus 6 whole squared plus y. So we have negative of negative 6, so that makes it positive 6. So we have y plus 6 whole squared equals to the square of the radius. So this is going to be the standard equation of a circle, and we can go ahead and further simplify it, and this is going to give us x squared plus y squared minus 12x plus 12y plus 36 equals to 0. So this is the equation of the circle, which is an image to the original circle, which touches both the x-axis as well as the y-axis with a radius of 6 units.